Hello, Golden State Warriors fan! We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. Rumors are swirling through the NBA landscape, and the buzz coming out of San Francisco today could shake the league to its core. According to sources close to the situation, Domantas Sabonis, the all-star big man from the Sacramento Kings, has reportedly been spotted entering the Golden State Warriors headquarters in Chase Center early this morning, dressed casually, wearing sunglasses and a Warriors hoodie. Yes, a Warriors hoodie. Sabonis allegedly slipped into the facility through a back entrance, normally reserved for VIPs, while nothing has been confirmed officially by either party. Insiders suggest this quiet visit may be the prelude to something massive, a blockbuster signing that could see Sabonis donning the blue and gold for the next 4 years. If true, this move would mark a seismic shift in the Western Conference and signal the Warriors' determination to reload and contend at the highest level once again. Could this be a strategic move to pair Sabonis' passing and interior presence with Stephen Curry's perimeter gravity? The pieces might be falling into place, and NBA Twitter has already exploded into speculation. Nothing in this league stays quiet for long, and this could be the start of something legendary. Just hours after Sabonis was allegedly seen at the Warriors facility, speculation reached a fever pitch across social media platforms, with fans, analysts, and insiders scrambling to piece together the puzzle. Could this really be happening? Could the Sacramento Kings, a franchise on the rise, be parting ways with their centerpiece? The thought alone seems wild, but the NBA is a league built on surprises, and this potential deal for years, likely north of $120 million, has the makings of an earth-shaking transaction. Golden State has long been associated with splashy moves and headline-grabbing additions, but this one feels different. It's calculated, it's strategic, and it might just be their answer to bridging the gap between eras. With Klay Thompson gone and the core aging, many question whether the Warriors would cling to nostalgia or swing big to stay relevant. Bringing in a player like Sabonis, with his high basketball IQ, elite rebounding, and underrated playmaking, could be a statement that the dynasty is evolving, not ending. Some league sources believe the groundwork for this deal started weeks ago, during summer league conversations, where Warriors brass were reportedly extremely impressed by Sabonis' demeanor and openness to a new chapter. Could he be the next face of a new Warriors core, and what does this mean for the Kings? If Sabonis truly is on his way out, Sacramento fans will be asking some tough questions. After all, Sabonis was instrumental in snapping their playoff drought and forming one of the most promising young duos in the league alongside DR and Fox. Letting go of a player like that, especially to a division rival, feels almost unthinkable. But perhaps this isn't just about basketball. There have been murmurs of behind-the-scenes tension, whispers of philosophical differences between Sabonis' camp and the Kings' front office. Some say Sabonis wanted more say in roster decisions, while others hint at dissatisfaction with the team's long-term vision. Either way, this move, if finalized, could reshape the identity of the franchises overnight. The Kings may be betting on internal growth and future flexibility, possibly acquiring assets or draft compensation in return. For the Warriors, however, it's a clear signal they're not done yet. They still believe in competing for championships. Pairing Sabonis with a healthy Steph Curry could create a devastating inside-out game that forces defenses into impossible choices. It's still early, and nothing is confirmed, but the idea alone is already altering the West's balance of power. Let's talk fit. Sabonis isn't your traditional post-up big, and that's precisely why this potential marriage with the Warriors is so tantalizing. His ability to operate from the high post, find cutters, and set crushing screens could breathe new life into Golden State's offense. Picture the chaos he could create in those split action sets the Warriors love to run, where defenders are already scrambling to cover Steph sprinting off a screen. Now throw in Sabonis making the perfect pass from the elbow. It's not just a hypothetical, it's basketball poetry waiting to happen. Defensively, there are questions. Sure, Sabonis isn't a rim protector, and Golden State has prided itself on switchability and defensive grit, but pairing him with a healthy Draymond Green could cover some of those weaknesses. Draymond's communication, IQ, and help-side instincts might be just what Sabonis needs to flourish on that end. And let's not ignore the mentorship factor. Sabonis, at 28, is entering his prime. A few seasons under the Warriors system, surrounded by elite talent and a championship culture, could elevate his game to new heights. The Warriors don't just want another star, they want someone who fits their style, their values, their mission. Sabonis might be that rare puzzle piece, and don't think for a second that Steph Curry isn't part of these discussions. He may not speak much publicly on roster construction, but league insiders insist that he's deeply involved behind the scenes. Word is, Curry has long admired Sabonis' game, particularly his feel for passing and his unselfishness, traits that echo the Warriors' ethos. It's not hard to imagine the front office looping Steph into preliminary talks, gauging his thoughts on the potential addition. After all, this is a franchise that has built its identity around maximizing Curry's unique talents. Every move they make is filtered through that lens. So, if this deal is truly as close as the rumors suggest, it's safe to assume Curry sign off. And why wouldn't he? After losing Klay and watching other West contenders load up, the time to make a move is now. Adding a front-court facilitator like Sabonis could extend Steph's prime and reduce his offensive burden. Think of all the dribble handoffs, the quick screens, the second chances from offensive boards. It's the kind of synergy that could make Golden State lethal once more if this deal happens. It's not just about adding talent, it's about building something sustainable. Again, then there's the question of money. The Warriors aren't shy about spending. They've paid luxury tax bills that would make other owners faint, but with new CBA rules tightening the screws, a 4-year deal for Sabonis would require serious financial gymnastics. However, sources close to the organization suggest that owner Joe Lacob is still all in on contending. And if that means stretching the cap to its limit, so be it. There's also buzz that a sign-and-trade could be in play, potentially offloading contracts like Andrew Wiggins or Kevin Looney to make room. The Warriors have assets, young pieces like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, who could sweeten any deal and keep Sacramento interested. No one's saying it outright, but the league can read between the lines. This isn't just some summer rumor, it feels real. Front office chatter has intensified, and agents have gone unusually quiet. A sure sign that something big is cooking. Fans may not see the whole chessboard, but insiders see the hands moving. If Sabonis does indeed ink a 4-year deal with Golden State, expect the transaction to include multiple layers: financial, strategic, and emotional. This isn't just business, it's a pivot point for the future of the franchise. From a cultural standpoint, this would be one of the more fascinating moves in recent memory. Sabonis, a rugged, no-nonsense player with Eastern European roots, joining the free-flowing, motion-heavy system of Steve Kerr. That contrast might seem stark on paper, but in practice, it could be harmonious. Kerr has built his offense around basketball IQ, movement, and trust quality Sabonis has in abundance. Unlike some bigs who demand the ball or rely solely on ISO plays, Sabonis is a connector. He keeps the offense humming, and that's exactly what Golden State needs in this post-Klay era. The potential synergy between coach and player is drawing comparisons to the way Kerr once unlocked Andrew Bogut's passing or David West's mid-range game. But Sabonis is younger, more skilled, and hungrier than both those guys were at that stage. He's tasted the playoffs, felt the sting of defeat, and now, perhaps, he's ready for the ultimate leap, competing for titles. If this rumor turns out to be true, and if that 4-year deal is indeed inked in the coming days, we might look back and say this was the moment the Warriors turned the page, not the end. The next chapter. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Interestingly, the timing of all this cannot be ignored. Just days ago, the Warriors held their annual summer strategy session, where top executives and coaching staff convene to outline the roadmap for the upcoming season. Normally, these meetings are standard fare, but this year, things felt different. There was an intensity, a sense of urgency. Some insiders whispered that something major was on the table. Now, with Sabonis reportedly walking through those doors, the dots are starting to connect. Could those meetings have been the final stage of green-lighting a bold new direction? It would make sense. The Warriors aren't content with nostalgia. They're builders, innovators. And bringing in Sabonis is more than just a roster tweak, it's a philosophical commitment to staying modern, flexible, and dangerous. And with the Western Conference as loaded as ever, you can't afford to be reactive. You have to set the pace. Adding Sabonis would signal that Golden State intends to dictate, not follow. It's the kind of proactive move that could define the next half-decade. Whether it's already signed or still in negotiation stages, the Smoke is there, and in the NBA, where there's smoke, there's often a firestorm coming. Players around the league are reportedly watching this situation closely. Sabonis is respected among his peers not just for his game, but for how he carries himself. Quiet, professional, team first. If he chooses to join the Warriors, it sends a message that Golden State remains a destination, even as the original dynasty pieces age out. For free agents and rising stars alike, that matters. Culture still counts. And with Draymond Green and Steph Curry anchoring the locker room, adding someone like Sabonis only strengthens that environment. One Eastern Conference player, speaking anonymously, said, "If Domas goes there, it's game on. He fits their DNA." That kind of endorsement echoes what scouts have been saying for years. Sabonis isn't flashy, but he's impactful. He plays winning basketball, and that, more than anything, is what Golden State is chasing. No gimmicks, no splash for splash's sake, just substance. Whether this 4-year deal becomes official in a day, a week, or never, the idea alone has changed perceptions. The Warriors aren't clinging to the past, they're evolving. And Sabonis might just be the next evolution of what Warriors basketball looks like in 2025 and beyond. Even fans who were skeptical about Sabonis' fit are starting to come around. As the rumor gained traction, message boards lit up with excitement, film breakdowns, and trade machine fantasies. Some fans initially worried he might clog the lane or slow the tempo. But the deeper you dive into the analytics, the more it makes sense. Sabonis is one of the best screen setters in the league. He creates space through angles, timing, and sheer effort, with Steph and potentially Brandon Pajimski flying off screens. That's a nightmare for opposing defenses. He also adds a physicality the Warriors haven't truly had since the days of Zaza Pachulia and Andrew Bogut. But unlike those role players, Sabonis is an offensive hub. He can be the release valve when Curry gets trapped or the initiator when Kerr wants to run offense through the post. And the idea of him working with the young Cork Kuminga, Moody, TJD adds another layer. He can mentor while competing, lead while learning. If this deal truly is for years, it's not just about contention now, it's about building a bridge to the next Warriors era. And based on everything we've heard, both sides are closer than ever to shaking hands. As of now, no official statement has been released by the Warriors, Sabonis, or his representatives. But sometimes, the absence of denial speaks volumes. Reporters close to the team are hearing the same thing. This is real. Negotiations have progressed. Terms have been discussed. And barring any last-minute snags, the 4-year contract could be announced within days, if not hours. The NBA offseason has always been wild, but this summer feels like something more. A changing of the guard, a redefining of roles and identities. Sabonis joining Golden State won't just be a headline, it'll be a statement that echoes into training camp and beyond. Fans are on edge, insiders are circling, and the league is bracing for the domino effect, because if this happens, don't be surprised if other moves follow quickly. The Warriors don't make isolated decisions, they make strategic, interconnected ones. And if they've targeted Sabonis this aggressively, it likely means they've already planned the next steps. In the end, this might not just be about one player joining a new team, it might be about the rebirth of a dynasty, the next evolution of a basketball juggernaut. And we're all just watching the story unfold. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.